Good afternoon, Oregon.
Good afternoon.
Please be seated. Are we ducks or are we beavers? I figured we wouldn't have total agreement on that question.
The real Civil War.
Yeah. By now, I think you probably know how we do this. So I'm going to ask my fellow judge on my right to introduce himself.
I'm Hank Chambers, law professor from the University of Richmond.
I'm Steve Levinson, a retired state Supreme Court justice from Hawaii.
And I'm Jerry Bass. I think we may have even met before, Saturday or Sunday or one of those days. But anyway, district judge from the state of Oklahoma. And this is, you have to introduce yourselves. Second time I've done that today.
Good afternoon. I'm Lauren Field. We are Unit 5, and we will be discussing the Bill of Rights. I'd like to introduce my teacher, Tim Swinehart, our wonderful coach, Allison Brody, and our principal, Peyton Chapman.
Awesome.
Good afternoon. I'm Doug Goldstein.
I'm Rebecca Lewinson.
I'm Shakon Martin Berkowitz. Good afternoon. I'm Asia Dorniak.
Hello, I'm Stanley Montavani, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. Unit 2, question 1. So come on, guys. All right, there we go. First thing you learn is that all judges' jokes are funny. Unit 5, question number 3. We need procedures that translate the values of the Fourth Amendment with its warrants requirement into a new technological context. Do you agree or disagree with this claim by a legal scholar, and why? What values are inherent in the Fourth Amendment, and why are they important? Some scholars argue that government can use surveillance data collection and data mining technologies for good purposes, such as keeping America safe from terrorist attacks, preventing crime, and delivering social services. Do such uses outweigh possible negative uses? Why or why not? And you may begin.
Privacy and limited government are at the heart of the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment exists because no English law forbade general warrants, which authorized government agents to search whatever they wanted and to seize whatever or whomever they wished.
King George used these tools to harass and intimidate colonists. The Declaration of Independence complains, our houses, even our bedchambers were exposed to be ransacked. Our boxes, chests, and trunks broke open, ravaged, and plundered by wretches.
Citizens prize the Fourth Amendment because privacy is essential to human dignity. The threat of unwarranted government intrusion into personal space chills free association and means that people can never truly relax and be themselves.
Limited government is a major value of the Fourth Amendment. Certain types of warrantless searches deny due process. The amendment's particularity requirement requires that a warrant specifically describe the place to be searched and the persons or evidence to be seized, restraining an overzealous executive.
The amendment also promotes general security against criminals. For example, we give up some privacy with airport metal detectors to prevent possible airline hijackings. Reasonableness is a vital standard in the Fourth Amendment. It prohibits unreasonable searches and seizures, ensuring government intrusion is proportional to the harm it seeks to deter. The amendment also specifically protects security in one's papers, preventing free expression from being chilled by the government's prying eyes.
I believe the Fourth Amendment continues to fulfill its core mission despite new technology. The framers intended the amendment to protect the sanctity of a person's body and home. In Kylan v. United States, the Supreme Court held that heat imaging couldn't be used to search a home, proving the original intent has withstood new technology.
The Supreme Court ruled in Katz v. United States that the Fourth Amendment only protects a person when he has a reasonable expectation of privacy. If you go outside where you can be observed, post something on the internet, or purchase something at a store, you have no reasonable expectation of privacy. The Fourth Amendment continues to protect core privacy as envisioned by the framers.
I consider the Fourth Amendment's values more broadly and believe we need new procedures to protect privacy. Courts have held information collected by third parties to be outside the Fourth Amendment. For example, bank and business records receive no Fourth Amendment protection. Congress has passed super statutes governing how third parties collect and sell personal information and strengthen the protection for email and digital records.
The Fourth Amendment puts no limitations on collation and analysis of information, nor does it require government to discard information. Congress should put limits on how long government can retain information and create oversight mechanisms for bureaucracies that purchase and process this information.
Surveillance collection and data mining technologies are great tools for preventing crime, terrorist attacks, and delivering social services. For example, a Newark, New Jersey public housing complex installed video surveillance and reported a dramatic decrease in crime because people knew they were being watched. Data mining helps generate the no-fly list, which could prevent terrorist attacks. It also helps provide social services, like locating parents who failed to pay child support.
I disagree. The dangers of new technology outweigh the benefits. A secret NSA supercomputer in a San Francisco AT&T office analyzed almost 2 trillion phone calls made by ordinary citizens. And in December 2003, the FBI requested that all hotels in Las Vegas release their records because Al-Qaeda was supposedly planning an attack. Mining the data of law-abiding citizens is becoming dangerously normal.
A Pennsylvania school district is being sued because it issued laptop computers to students containing webcams which could be activated remotely. The district allegedly took photographs of students without their knowledge. Our privacy is sacred, and we must vigilantly protect it.
Statement was made about limiting the government's amount of time that they may keep data that they have mined. How does that address the issue of the Fourth Amendment in the first place?
Well, when government limits the amount of time that government can retain information, therefore there's more of a limit on government, places that check on government, because it's an invasion into someone's privacy.
Has the intrusion not already taken place? So what difference does it make how long the government keeps it?
The farther that they have the information, the longer they have this information, the farther bigger intrusion it becomes into someone's life.
Well, why wouldn't it be vice versa? Doesn't the information get stale over time?
Well, the laws could change or something could happen that makes this information relevant again, and all of a sudden this might, even though there's no double jeopardy, it could be breaking some law or it could be used against you.
While I do not think that this information would somehow not become relevant anymore, this information has to do with this person. This person would still be worried and constantly have this fear that the government still carries this information. So
Such as what?
Such as no-fly list, for example. If you're on the no-fly list, it's very difficult to get off of them, and they could continue terrorizing you because of your name's on that list, and it's go through many different procedures to get it off.